Yep, we're coming into the home game. Excited about Arkansas coming to play at our place. Got a lot of respect for Sam and his staff. They've done a tremendous job creating a new culture and energy there at Arkansas, and I would expect nothing less for him. Very thankful for what he did with our organization before he left, and just exciting atmosphere. I can't wait to see the atmosphere created Saturday with our fan base and with an early kick. It should be very interesting. So I'm excited to see our guys get ready to go play in another big one.
Coach, will begin with Mike Griffith of the AJC.
Coach, Arkansas has obviously had a lot of success throwing the ball deep. What makes them so effective on the deep ball?
Well, they run the ball well. So when you run the ball successfully, you create one-on-one opportunities and shots, and they've done that well. I also think their quarterback does an unbelievable job of throwing the deep ball. It's probably the best throw KJ makes is getting timing on the deep ball, and they've got some really good big wide outs that create matchup issues.
Next, we'll go to Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, that number 55 on defense for Arkansas, Trey Williams, he had a big game last week, and Sam said he had good games against Georgia. That's one of the reasons they won. I just wonder what you're seeing from Trey Williams. What do you think makes him so good?
Twitchy, plays hard, tough. He rushes so hard, and just tremendous motor, effort, toughness. Plays the run and pass well, and he's hard to block. I mean, that's the number one quality of a good defensive player is being hard to block. It seems like they got a lot of them.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Anthony Dasher of Rivals.com.
Hey, good morning, Coach. Haven't asked about Coach Cochran lately. How is he doing, and any update on when he might be back?
He's actually in town right now as we speak. He's home for a little bit and then visiting with his family, and he's with us temporarily and just seeing some friends, seeing some folks, and then he'll hopefully join us in the next couple of weeks.
Would he reassume his on-field role? Is that yet to be defined?
We haven't defined all that. Right now we're worried about his family, his safety, and that's not really of concern right now.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Kirby, if there's a brief way to describe how you take over a team that lost 19 SEC games in a row and 14 games into this, they're top 10, how would you think Sam has done this?
There's no brief way to describe it. I mean, it's culture. It's creating the right atmosphere. It's getting key players at key positions. So, with the portal and the transfer situation and the recruiting the way it is, you can turn over a little quicker than maybe having to build it from the ground up. And Felipe helped last year. He had a quarterback that had SEC experience, and then he was able to play KJ and got experience. And a lot of our league is based on quarterback play and how you grow those guys, and they've done a really good job of doing that. He's also got two really good coordinators, and that's part of being a good head coach is having two guys with good experience at what they do.
Yeah, and I wanted to follow up. The concepts that Kendall Briles does offensively, what makes that difficult?
Everything. I mean, you have to defend the entire field, right? I mean, he does a good job, and he's not limited to what he does. I mean, he does what the players do well, and you got a quarterback like KJ, it creates issues and problems for defenses, and then you got good matchup guys. You got speed at back. You got a really good team.
Next, we'll go to Lane Higgins of the Wall Street Journal.
Hey there, Coach. Given that you worked with Sam for a few years at Georgia, I wanted to know, he has this reputation for being a really great recruiter, and I don't know if you've heard his pitch as much as some of the players have, but what about him makes him so convincing and just so effective on the recruiting trail?
He cares. I mean, you know what genuine caring is, and people know. People recognize when a person's real in themselves and not a salesman, and he's genuine. He cares, and it matters to him, and relational, and he does a tremendous job of that.
Next we'll go to Adam Spencer of Saturday Down South.
Hey, Kirby. Brock Bowers has been one of the breakout stars of the offense this year. I was just wondering, what you saw from him when you were recruiting him and when you and your staff thought, maybe this guy can help us this year right out of the gate.
As we recruited him, we saw tremendous tape. He was a really good football player, played tailback, played receiver, played tight end, just got the ball to him. He was fast, he was physical, tough, and then meeting him and talking to him a lot over the phone, and also when he came to see us, he's just a tremendous person, and he's working out all the time, and just knew that he had a chance to be a special player because he had a lot of the intangible characteristics you want. And then when he got here in the spring, he showed those same qualities.
Thank you.
Next we'll go to Nate Allen.
Yeah, Coach, just as far as graduating as many people as you did off your defense last year, just how do you explain how well defensively you're playing this year?
Well, I don't know that we're playing to our full potential, and we're going to face better offenses than we faced. So we're not really buying into all that hype. We've got to play. We got to play better, and we're going to play better people than we played. So I think that verdict's still out, and these guys will either answer the bell or they won't, because we're going to play against a really good team, really good offense Saturday.
Okay. Kirby, JT, we haven't asked about him. I guess that the whole oblique thing and everything that he's dealing with this year, it seems like something he may battle, all year long to some extent. How has that been for him this week, and how good a week of practice has he been able to get in?
Well, it's actually his oblique is fine. He's been having a little bit of a lat issue that bothered him some last week, and it bothered him some this week. But he's done a good job. He's sharp, watches all his tape, gets his reps, and does a good job. So we're hoping that he can stay that way.